Hello Tubesters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. This is well, it's not so much an update on the 38T track fiasco, but more just a thank you for all your real kind advice. I've got you actually all down here so I can for once shout you all out. Some were just wishing me luck. Some of my good marras out there aren't model builders, but they're figure painters, but they still follow along with our model builds as well. And obviously they couldn't give me advice. Not that I can give model advice much yet, but they meant well and they gave their best wishes. And I just think that's what it's all about, you know. I wasn't feeling for once standing on a ledge ready to jump off over a model, but I was just absolutely hacked off, as we say in the UK, over not being able to continuously, I should say, put videos up for you guys, and they always end up to come to a juddering halt and you never really see the completion of them. I've just been having a good chin wag with my marra, Greg Riley. Thanks Greg for taking the time to listen to me, and we were talking tracks and all the track problems. Hey, 50-year-old blokes, what else have we got to talk about in life? Maybe England, 3 lines on our shirt. But yeah, he was again giving me advice in that, but I've had a few of the guys, I'm going to mention you all because you're all really kind to me, but there's a couple of guys out there as well, went into real in-depth. I've tried to give you a fairly in-depth reply. By the sound of all the banging out there, the bloke in the corner house must be having problems with real tracks. I'm going to throw one in a minute. An old army saying, throwing a track, losing your temper. No. Anyway, right, just let me show you guys out, so apologise if I'm looking this way. Brian Kelly. Brian, thank you very, very much. I know you came in on an earlier video, and I know and obviously you've been building the same one. I can't thank you enough, Mara, for that. I prefer to say it to a video. I have put a comment, but I ramble away as I'm doing now. I've actually got the tracks glued out at the moment. They're still not brilliant, but I've got the top set on, and I'm now working on the bottom set, touching the ground. You know what I'm on about. Brian, for taking the time and doing all that for me, I really appreciate it. Charlie Mack, as forever, Tracks of My Tears, you know it, my friend. Wargaming with Gary, again, likes to see us all beating our head against a brick wall with models and not having to do it himself. I don't blame you, Gary. Rob from Rims Models, again, thank you so much, Rob, for going into depth how I could do it, or how you do it. Again, you're an aficionado at 1 in 35 scale, interior builds, exterior builds, and I thank you for going into detail for me. George, that mofo Damon, again, you've been there, you've done it, you wear the t-shirt, and again, I thank you for your kind comments. Joachim, as ever, you again have offered up kind advice and in depth as well, and again I really appreciate that. Nob Panzermeister over in Japan, again, thank you very, very much, Mara. Yes, I might find a 3D solution with my resin printer. Don't hold your breath. Although I did see somebody had done some M13/40 Italian tracks in 3D. Free file. Guess who's got a Semavente in the stash? The reason... I'll come to that in a minute. I was going to mention the Semavente, but we'll wait. Justin, the miniature painter. Thank you again, Mara. Again, I know it's not something you do, but you do support all of us that also build models, either just build models on channels or figure painter modelers like myself. Appreciated. Anthony, again, yeah, I've seen the Rubicon models and that, and I do know what you're saying. I would prefer to keep going with these 135s, if I'm honest, of any description, again, tracks or wheels, but I do appreciate your kind advice, Mara. John Crome. John, is always brilliant at going in depth with his advice, and I mean that in a good sense. So, you know, like it's too much. It isn't. I really appreciate what you've put down, John. I'm looking at it all again now, and for your very kind comment. Again, somebody's offered me a Tamiya kit, which actually started the ball rolling on this, because I just had to mention how the Tamiya kit looked quite nice to Greg, and although he hadn't got that one, sent me this one down. You know, again, brilliant, and thank you very, very much, John, for your kind offer. It's really appreciated. Sorry, I've just highlighted everything now, and I have no idea how I'm going to get that off. So that's John Crone. Steve Jones. I mean, Steve's top end modeler, and one, he always gives his input onto our stuff, which I appreciate. I've always said it, not to blow smoke up his behind. It's, you know, a lot of the big guys don't have time for the little guys. You know, the people bleating on about tracks, you know, they're not really that fussed. You know? But he takes his time out to you know, admits himself, you know, he uses metal tracks. I really can't use metal. I don't have the money. There's and it's not get the little violin out or anything. It's just 30-40 quid for tracks, adding to the price of a kit, even if it's a lower end price kit. The way I see it, I might as well then buy a top end kit that maybe I could build the tracks. Does that make sense? So thanks a lot, Steve. I do appreciate your kind comment. Vic, that's Vic. Vic's miniatures even. Victor, again, you know, I've said to you before, you're always enthusiastic, and if you could bottle that enthusiasm and sell it, you'd be a millionaire. And hopefully you could donate all the metal tracks you wanted to all of us modelers around the world. But no, again, thanks, Victor. It's really appreciated. Of course, I would expect Tom from Rambler69 to push wheels. He'll be having me painting Saxon APCs next with a nice metallic green. But thank you very much, Tom. It's appreciated. Rusted Beetle. Yes, the Pinky is done. She's actually been sat up under a cloth up there behind them. Well, not behind them flowers. That's my Barclay, but to the other side of the cupboard. It's been sat up there for months and months and months now. And as you gave me the kit, you have the right to see it completed. It is completed. Everything's done. Apart from there was a couple of little bits of extra stowage I wanted to put in on it. I just have not got round to doing. I don't know what I've got the block on doing the base for. It's only going to be a little sand base with some rocks around it. It will get done, and actually, my wife keeps pushing me to do that. One, because you and Mrs. Beetle gifted it to me, and two, just to get it off the top there. So it will get done. It is done, but it needs a base, and I'm not going to show it until it's had a base done to it. And my good Mara, Sean, at the Scale Model Car Guy channel, it does suck, Mara. It really does. You don't want to be good at anything really, particularly, well, you know, like, as I've said to you, my War Games figure painting, I might not be a top class painter, but I'm happy with my painting on that. My display figure painting, it's getting better year by year. You know, it's not where I want it to be, but it's getting better. My modelling, as I say, I am not going to say everything's, you know, rubbish, because it's not. I really do think my painting through the airbrush has come on leaps and bounds. Still not brilliant, but it's no way am I getting all the spider in, and still get the occasional splutter, but not anything like I used to. A lot of the problems on my builds are my own. As I say, you know, either my head's too scrambled and I don't pick up on instructions, or and I do. That is some part of it. You know, obviously, it's weird. I can put the attention into painting a figure, but reading a set process or following just diagrams, sometimes if I'm not good with my head, it just doesn't happen. And although I'm carrying on and I'm happy doing it, I seem to miss stuff. That's my excuse anyway. But yeah, it's just this. It really is the tracks. I keep saying if I could, and I'm not somebody who always needs to build things with tracks on. I'm quite happy building lorries. I'm quite happy building APCs, wheeled APCs. You know, I'm not. It doesn't have to have tracks on. It's just what I've been building of late. So thank you very much, all you kind guys out there that have, and people that have watched the video, but especially these guys that went out their way to give me as much helpful advice as they could. I really appreciate it. So as I say, I'm not going to go down to the bench. I'm stringing these other tracks together. I don't think they're going to actually sit together particularly well, but if I can get them at least on the vehicle, I will paint them up. There's some that haven't even been painted, but I'm just going to paint them up as best I can, and put everything else on and do everything I said I was going to do. I wanted to put a dusting coat on and some bits and pieces. Just looking, all I wanted for that 38T was to show that it had been on the road. We've all seen black and white photographs of German columns on Barbarossa. You know, the guys asleep on this BMW or Zundapp steering wheels. You know, the motorbikes when they're all knackered and whatever, and all the vehicles are just streaked with dust because it was that time of the year. And that's what I wanted. And then I wanted to put it on a nice, the little, when I say display base for the video, my Mara Mike from Bassmaster Models, he sent myself and Greg, this is me pushing his product, but without it being a product placement, if that makes sense. He's a Mara of the channel, that's all it is. He's a friend. But I'd like to, if I can get him any business, I'd like that to happen. But anyway, I'm just going to put it to show you guys on one of those little cobblestone bases he sent me. So that's that. Now, I've shown you this before. I went through the stash and I thought, I'm not going to do wheels yet. I am going to have another go at building plastic tracks. Like John said, it could be that this particular plastic is not the one that takes glue particularly well. I really don't know. I'll leave all you guys up to have your own discussions on that in your head. So I'm going to go for an ultra modern kit. Well, I'm trying to see when I think I don't know. It's just a couple of 3 years old, I think, and that's the Ryefield Puma. I've got an Tamiya Samavente, which is an old kit, but they put Lincoln length tracks in this one, upgraded it. It comes with a couple of figures as often they do. I'm leaving that one out because I wanted to do a bit of scratch building inside like Steve Jones did, not to his standards, but just a bit because it's got that more open top side. That's what it was bought for. And then put it on a small Italian-esque diorama, a bit of blue foam, you know, classic Verlinden type thing. So it was a case of my Mara Greg sent me, he sent me this down, but he sent me a Super Sherman Israeli. I love my Israeli stuff. It's got rubber tracks. And at Christmas time, he sent me a M1 Abrahams for 2003 Iraq. That's got rubber tracks as well. That's a trumpeter, I believe. I don't want to do them yet, and in fact, I've just been talking about it. It's not because it's got rubber tracks. It's purely because I really want to be able to put these plastic tracks together. Once I've done that, I will go on to doing those ones. I'll say I've got the BV, which is going to be done this year. We're just talking about it actually as well. I've got Sherman that Victor sent me, which is going to be over the winter project. It's going to be the classic Bastogne Operation North Wind type of scenario. So we're going with the only other one that I've got really on. Yeah, the only other one I've got really with modern, really modern tracks that. If I can't do these, then I definitely can't do anything, and that's the Puma. Now this was it's what people call a Grail kit, but I was saving it because I really enjoy these type of vehicles. I like the Puma, although I do actually like the Marder, its predecessor, probably a bit more. But I love this vehicle, and just looking at Greg's and other people's things, I think these Ryefield kits look absolutely fantastic. It's the only one I've got. I got it in a sale. It was about 30 quid, which I thought was a good buy for a Ryefield kit. Now it's got, I'm not going to get the you have a jig and you make up about four or five links at a time. But what it's saying is, there we go. See that bit there? We make it the classic chain up of track links, about 72, I do believe, 71. Two lots are unglued, and then the rubber road pads glued on the very top. If I can't build those, then it's wheels from now on. These are, you know, apart from having metal pins in and everything, you're not going to get much more better than these, I would have thought. So for the next few nights, or at least the next night or two, I don't know, I'll be doing at least one link, and I'll let you know my progress on that. I need to get back on my oil run bust as well, but that's what's going on next. So guys, thank you very much. You take care of yourselves. We'll catch each other very, very soon.